It's Tuesday, March 25th.
Canada First Conservatives will cut income taxes.
We're acting by putting more money in Canadians' pockets.
On the campaign trail, the Conservatives and the Liberals offering competing versions of tax cuts. The question is, how will they pay for them? Mark your calendars. Major party leaders are going to square off in 2 debates next month. A third on Quebec's TVA will not be happening because the Liberals said they will not participate.
What we are asking the police force to do is to take this incident seriously and to address this incident as a hate-motivated crime.
A call to action. Community groups want a horrifying attack against a Muslim woman at a library east of Toronto to be investigated as a hate crime.
We may take less than what they're charging because they've charged us so much. I don't think they could take it.
Tariff latest. A White House official telling CTV News tariffs on certain industries might not come into effect on April 2nd, as the U.S. president has threatened. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good morning, Canada, and welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
I'm Kelsey McEwen. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, lots to talk about. We are obviously in campaign mode right now, and affordability is the focus right now on the campaign trail, with party leaders talking tax cuts.
We will be cutting bureaucracy, cutting consultants, cutting back on handouts to insiders, and we will cut back on foreign aid to bring our money home to this country.
Conservative Party leader Pierre Poilievre is promising to cut income tax for the lowest income tax bracket. So right now it's sitting at 15%. Poilievre plans to cut it to 12.75%. According to numbers from the Conservative Party, that would save a dual income family up to $1,800 a year. Pierre Poilievre is also promising a dollar in, dollar out policy when it comes to new spending. Meanwhile, Liberal leader Mark Carney says the Conservative plan will lead to cuts.
No more childcare, no more pharmacare, no more dental care. And even by cutting all of those programs, which he has committed to cut, he can't pay for what he announced.
The Liberals are also promising an income tax cut. It's a bit of a smaller one compared to the Conservatives for people earning less than $58,000 a year. The Liberals say that cut will save a 2-income family up to $825 a year. Bloc leader Yves-François Blanchet doesn't think the Conservatives or Liberals can pay for their promises.
I don't have to compete with that, but let me say something. How the hell do you intend to do that?
Campaigning in Quebec City, Blanchet called for a law that encourages the government to buy Canadian. He calls it Canada's answer to the Buy American Act in the U.S.
100% of federal land is usable to build homes that are affordable, homes that are non-market housing, homes that are truly affordable.
NDP leader Jagmeet Singh focused on housing on the campaign trail. He's promising to use public land to build rent-controlled homes. His plan calls for more than 100,000 rent-controlled homes on Crown land in the next decade. Now, the leaders of the Liberal, Conservative, NDP, Bloc, and Green parties will square off in 2 debates. The first one is on April 16th, the next one on April 17th. The Leaders' Debates Commission has announced a French language debate for April 16th, and the English debate will happen the next night. Both will be in Montreal. There won't be a second French language debate, though. TVA has canceled their debate after the Liberals said they're not going to be participating. The network had asked each party to contribute $75,000 to cover the cost of producing it. You can catch the debates live on CTV and online at ctvnews.ca. The White House says some sectors could be spared from a new round of tariffs coming for Canada next week, at least for now.
We may take less than what they're charging because they've charged us so much. I don't think they could take it. In other words, they've charged us so much that I'm embarrassed to charge them what they've charged us, but it'll be substantial. So we're going to take it a lot.
U.S. President Donald Trump says he's moving forward with his reciprocal tariffs on April the 2nd, though some countries might, quote, get breaks. Speaking on background info to CTV News, a White House official has said tariffs on certain industries might not come into effect on the 2nd, saying, quote, no final decisions have been made yet. President Trump says he'll be slapping tariffs on the auto industry in the next few days and then hitting lumber with tariffs down the road. Saskatchewan is walking back part of its plan to stop selling American-branded alcohol.
We learned, we listened to them, and we learned that, we weren't really in line with what the other provinces were doing. So we took it back. I promised to take it back. We took it back.
Last week, the Saskatchewan Liquor and Gaming Authority told stores a list of 54 American-owned brands would no longer be distributed, even though they were produced in Canada. At the time, the province said it was to make sure there was a maximum impact in response to the U.S. tariffs. However, after hearing concerns from Canadian manufacturers, Saskatchewan is changing up the approach. So now it's focused on U.S.-produced alcohol. We're learning more about a horrific attack on a Muslim woman at a library in Ajax that happened on Saturday.
I don't feel safe for my daughters, all of whom wear hijab. I'm deeply worried that if something similar were to happen again, they could become targets for hate and violence.
A representative from the National Council of Canadian Muslims spoke on behalf of the attack survivor Monday. So here's what we know. The woman was studying in the library when she was approached by a woman she didn't know. Police say the attacker used Islamophobic and demeaning slurs. The suspect then threw objects at the woman before splashing her with a liquid and then trying to set her hijab on fire. Security jumped in to help the victim. 25-year-old Kaylee Ann Freer has now been charged with 2 counts of assault with a weapon and 3 counts of failure to comply with a probation order. Community leaders are also asking for the incident to be treated as a hate crime. A welcome sign that includes an image of a woman wearing a hijab has now been removed from Montreal City Hall. The sign in the City Hall lobby, it was unveiled in June. City officials, though, decided to take it down in the fall because of public complaints. The welcome sign will be replaced by a new poster created by young people from Montreal. The Bay has now started its liquidation, but so far shoppers are not seeing any rock-bottom prices.
I don't see nothing that I would like to there in the long line. It's just ridiculous.
I asked one of the salespeople, and they said, no sales today.
Many shoppers were left confused when they say they saw the same prices yesterday as they did over the weekend. Some people were told the actual sale doesn't start until today, although discounts were being offered on the Bay's website yesterday. Even as the sale starts, experts are expecting prices to be gradually marked down. The liquidation is happening at all but 6 stores, as we know. Shoppers should remember all liquidation sales are final. You can't return anything. They can use gift cards, and you can use gift cards until April the 6th. Loyalty points, though, are no longer being accepted. Multiple loose cattle were spotted running wild on a busy Texas interstate. You want to see? Whoa, this would be a weird sight for sure. A mix of 31 cows and bulls were set loose after a latch on their trailer was opened while traveling. Oh, the cattle were being transported from the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. The incident caused lanes on the I-45 to be closed for hours. At least one of the cows, was struck by a car. But some footage shows many other cattle evading traffic or stopping in between lanes. Here's something you don't see every day, or possibly any day before now. Watch this. Okay, do you know what you're looking at? No. Hard to tell. This is a video, though, of an octopus riding on a shark.
Okay.
It was shot off New Zealand's north coast in December 2023. Seems like a while ago. When research crews were looking for shark feeding frenzies at the time. I mean, aside from the obvious reasons, this is a rare sight because octopi, I don't know, usually hang out on the ocean. Oh, she's Googling. Kelsey's Googling. They usually hang out, obviously, on the ocean floor where these sharks don't usually hang out. Could this be the world's first sharktopus?